Good late afternoon. Welcome to another edition of the Fortunate Fortune Teller, where I'm extremely fortunate to be your fortune teller today, brother. Well, let me tell you though. All right, what can we do here? Just get everything all selenite up here. We get our good reads off these when we do that. I like my last one. See what happens. See if I can keep it going. Let's do this. Let's make it happen, brother. Things are moving fast here, Eight of Wands. Okay? It is what it is. People are going to be seen. Okay? They're going to try to hold it off, but they're going to be seen. So it is what it is. Just the way it goes sometimes. Eventually, right now, you're going to be to the point where things are going to be coming your way that are going to be so amazing that you're going to totally forget about this situation. That you're not even going to even care about these videos no more. You're going to just be like, you know what? I'm totally on to something different here. All right? And trust me when that happens. And as soon as that comes about, your whole life's going to turn around. But it is what it is. It is a millennial war. We're a millennial war here. We have to keep fighting. We are God's angels. We must do what we do. Alright, so let's see what's gonna go. Let's see what's happening over here. So we know that a lot of people are going to be being seen. Of course, we already know that. We already know these people have been doing other little nonsensical stuff. But what we don't know is who's behind the scenes and who's. I hear people want to come clean now. There's people they're having second thoughts about what's going on, but perhaps may have not made the decision yet. Or maybe they are. Maybe there's somebody working undercover. Maybe your counterpart's working undercover. Maybe who knows what's going to happen. Just let's see. Let's see what the overall energy is here of the collective. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay. All right, brother. So the overall energy of the collective here is one that we'll be happy to see. Ten of Pentacles, brother, okay? So you got to understand that, like I just said, everything is coming towards you, okay? Anything that you put out there is all coming back to you. You put out so much good in this life that it's just to the point where it's like you're going to receive it, okay? You're to the second half now, okay? You did all the hard part. You cleared the karma. All that's done, okay? So people are going to, of course, they're going to keep wanting to come at you. That's fine. Let them try. It doesn't make a difference. They're not going to, they can't. They're never going to beat you, okay? So it doesn't really matter what these people do. Because at the end of the day, you are the one, brother, who brings the fun because you are the sun, all right? And just know that judgment is here for these people, okay? Anybody who said that you were anything other than what you really are, they're going to pay for that. Anyone who keeps trying to attack you and say something, they're going to pay for that, okay? And everybody's going to continually see it. It's going to get to the point where it's going to be like a burning your hand on a stove, okay? People are going to start seeing everybody, paying when they have something bad to say about you or when they do something, okay? Eventually, nobody's going to they're not going to touch you anymore because you're a little too hot. You're a little too hot to handle, okay? They'll second guess before they make those mistakes again, okay? But don't worry, God's going to show that to them, okay? And then that's going to make you be seen as something that's never been seen before. Someone who God actually came down and helped. Unbelievable. Is that even possible? Has anybody seen this before? Okay, because Page of Swords in reverse. Because listen, God was very tired of this deception, this manipulation. These people acting like they're followers of God. That's what they try to do. That's what they hide under. They're such believers in God, and they do all the right things. These very charitable people, and the real angel, the real earth angel, they're the bad ones, okay? Because they knew all these ways to manipulate us and do all this stuff and get our energy. Like most of us didn't even know how this stuff even existed because they didn't want us to know any of this stuff. So just know, God has seen enough. Archangel Michael has seen enough. They have, okay? Just needed somebody to come who they really want to help, who they really liked, okay? Because Four of Cups, brother, because we're indifferent. We don't care what happens. Like I said, either way, something's going to give for you. Whatever's meant for you will always find you. That's the way we look at it. We don't care. Take it. Take our, if we're not meant to be our counterpart, that wasn't our counterpart in the first place. Okay? Doesn't mean because you think that person's your counterpart that they really are your counterpart, okay? Yeah, I know how things feel, but there's also other things that could, make you, it could all be something else. Just remember that, okay? So believe me when I tell you, your counterpart doesn't mean that they're your counterpart, okay? Believe me when I tell you. So that's why we're indifferent. We don't give a fuck. Take them. Do whatever the fuck you want them. We don't care. We know what they are. Come on. We don't, see, the only way this works is if we pine for them. Or oh my God, we want to be our counterpart so bad. Nobody's in that state of mind, okay? Five of Cups are reversed. Because we accept what this is, okay? We accept it. We're finding peace. We moved on. Whatever personal setbacks were caused because of this counterpart, no big deal, okay? We forgive ourselves, we forgive them, and we're moving on. Five of Cups in reverse. There's nothing else to say. Page of Swords in reverse. We don't have time for this deception, this manipulation, this hasty, this all talk, okay? Because we have a Ten of Pentacles in our energy. This is the overall energy of the collective. Ten of Pentacles, okay? So if you think we give a shit, all right, about what any stupid counterpart is saying right now or is stuck in doing, we don't care, okay? Because at the end of the day, we know this counterpart's got to go through all types of hell before they could even come near us. So we're not waiting for this, all right? So just know, Three of Wands, we're preparing, we're progressing, we're moving on in this situation, okay? If we run into them down the road, we run into them down the road, okay? We thank them for making them us the best version of ourselves, and hopefully they could find themselves that way one day too. Because right now, they were the ones who were fortunate in the first half, okay? They were fortunate, okay? They were the fortunate ones. Now, we're the fortunate fortune tellers now, okay? Because all the fortune stuff that they had that they didn't appreciate, that didn't make them happy, that's all going to come to us now. And we'll see if they can, in the second half of their life, turn around and get to that get to where we are. We'll see. Our hard part's over. We control what happens now, okay? Because listen, brother, they chose a Queen of Cups in reverse over you, your counterpart. That's what happened, okay? They listened. They fell for whatever nonsense was said. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing when they were coming against you. They were working. They were listening to what this person was saying. They were doing what this. They were this person's almost like idiot trying to attack their own counterpart for this idiot. You know what I'm saying? So it was two idiots that now are being seen for exactly what they are. So at the end of the day, it really doesn't make a difference what these people say, what they do, because they're finished, all right? They're finished. There's nothing else. We don't care. You understand? Five of Cups reverse. We don't care no more. We're over it. Understand. It was going to happen eventually, right? Now we have a Ten of Pentacles. And we could easily find another, Ten of Cups, because it's not that difficult, brother, because we're able to build our foundation on a Ten of Cups, okay? And there's a lot of people that are very attracted to that, okay? It doesn't mean because we thought you were our counterpart, that means anything to us anymore, okay? Because we were only in love with the idea of the counterpart. We're not in love with you. What's there to be loved about you? You're a narcissist, okay? You're nobody special. Nobody cares about you, okay? And that's why clearly you're being seen, okay? Because you totally abused the love that was given to you. The love you wished for this, okay? You wished for us, and then you discarded us in hopes of taking from us, okay? So the whole situation is sickening. It's sad, and I feel sorry for you. And I hope, I hope everything works out for you. I hope you can be as courageous as we are. Okay, Estrella? I hope you could be as courageous as we are, because when you start to see when that person's gone, where them shows ain't on no more, there's going to be a reason why them shows ain't on no more. It's because they're not around anymore, okay? You'll see. It's going to be coming. That'll be the person you're like, wow, I never would have thought it would just be Estrella. Would have never thought they would be the ones. Hey, that's how it usually goes, right? Okay, Eight of Wands in reverse, but like I said, they're trying to delay things. They're trying to do whatever because they listen to what this Queen of Cups in reverse has to say. They think that by making these videos that they're, taking your energy, doing whatever they're doing. Remember, a lot of these people that make these videos are divine masculines in disguise, okay? They never say nothing. They never talk about what they do. They only tell you what you want to hear, okay, and go from there. They never say nothing. They just say dumb, stupid stuff. Because they're divine masculines. That's how they know they get your energy. That's how they keep you going, okay? It's divine masculine. It's all about trying to take your energy, okay? They're trying to keep you going. So now that we understand, we're recognizing now, okay? We should have, but they're really good. Our counterpart's a real good trickster, this Estrella. You know what I'm saying? So just know that they come off one way, and you really believe them as to be a real saint over there, but realistically, what do we even know about them? Okay, what do we know? All right, I know all about them, but what is it? What do you guys know? All right, just understand they're working for a Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, but now they see that you are in the Ten of Pentacles. They see what you're all about, and that's going to make them bring them heartbreak. Okay, because they thought they were in complete control because they were the ones who were doing this, and you were, watching. Now you're turning the tables. Now you're a little bit more interesting than they are. Okay, they're not very interesting anymore. What are they telling you? What do they have to say? What do you have to say? What do you even say anymore? You say nothing. Okay, because at the end of the day, wherever you are is going to get raided. Okay, it's going to get raided. You're going to have all these agents in there. They're going to be asking questions. They're going to be FBI people asking questions about credit card fraud. So you're going to have a problem, Estrella. Okay, so just understand. No need to be heartbroken. You'll get over it. You'll be tough. You're tough. You know how to do things. You know you have the right answers. You give the right advice. Now give it to yourself now. You're a coach, right? You like to coach people. Okay, Two of Pentacles. Because listen, brother, multiple priorities you got to worry about now. You better adapt to the situation, okay? Because there's going to be some time for balancing decisions. Just know that clear as day that this Queen of Cups is being seen, okay? You're being seen also as a stooge, all right? As a King of Wands in reverse. It's what you are. I mean, that's what you are with the Queen of Cups in reverse, okay? So, now, does that make that 100% accurate? No, that could be 100% mistaken, okay? Believe me when I tell you, because these are projections that could be coming from a Queen of Cups trying to get you into that state of mind where they want you to go against your counterpart. See where I'm going with that? Is that why I'll let them get in there and think that they're doing that, but I know that these people, your counterpart's not going to hurt you. Estrella ain't here to hurt us. She ain't here to hurt me, okay? Believe me when I tell you, brother, because we got a Four of Wands right here, all right? We have union. We like to let people think that we're, firstly upset with our counterpart because they know that's the trick, okay? They get into our heads. They want us to think certain things like saying, oh, well, we're going to believe that, that they're doing all this stuff. Realistically, no, they're helping us, okay? Because all the stuff they told us, they're not taking our energy because they're not telling us to do anything negative. They're not saying anything negative, and there's only positivity that come from that channel. So to try to shoot that thought into my head, Queen of Cups in reverse, and I caught you mid-situation. See how I caught you mid? They had you, see, this is what you understand. This is what a lot of these do to certain readers, okay? They'll come on, and they'll sit there and they'll project certain things out there to make you think it, but when you're able to block that and clear that out and see that what's your thoughts and what's not your thoughts, you could clearly see when a Queen of Cups in reverse is trying to get in your head and make you think a certain kind of way, okay? By just what I did, and I just showed you that with clear-cut precision, okay? Because I know what this person's all about. It's Queen of Cups in reverse. It's them that is trying to make you believe that your counterpart is 100% against you and that they are. But that's not even the case, okay? Because they're waiting to get rid of this person. This person already knew, okay? Your counterpart already knew. Okay, of course, they're going to go with the flow. They're going to do whatever. They're going to try to make themselves feel good, too. That's fine. All right, cool. We get it. Like, you know what I mean? But we had to understand the name of the game, too. It's a tug of war here, okay? And that's where it is. And it's got to get to that point where both the people that are doing the tug of war between me and your counterpart, or you and your counterpart, you just have to drop the rope and say, we ain't worth it. We're better working together. And then that's what is going to happen, okay? And then once you get, together, that's when everything comes about, okay? So there's Five of Cups in reverse. Yeah, of course we're going to move on from the situation. We're not going to sit here and, look at things the way they're going to try to make us, but we're also not going to wait around, We have options, and this Queen of Cups in reverse knows that, so they're trying to, in ways, push us there quicker, okay, away from our counterpart, make us mad at them and think that certain kind of thing. That's what they're trying to do. So because they know that we have plenty of options now, so they figure the faster they get you away, then they could somehow stay until they're still around. Okay, but that's not going to work because Four of Swords, because you're resting, you're relaxing, you don't jump for nobody. Okay, you're not, even though you have options, doesn't mean anything, okay? It doesn't mean nothing to you. You're only going to go with who you feel right with, okay? You don't give yourself to just anybody, because that's not what you do. You're a high priestess, empress, and we don't just give ourselves to anybody, no matter if they're out there. Of course, there's plenty of them out there that want this. Of course, they want us, but the fact is that we don't want just anybody, and we don't care what you look like or whatever it is. If you're our soulmate, that's what feels good to us. Okay, because just know this old world, okay, whatever these cycles, this Queen of Cups in reverse is trying to keep going, trying to keep your masculine stuck, okay, trying to get in your head, making you think that, it's them, when the reality is that it's this one. This person's not even around your masculine right now, this Queen of Cups in reverse. They're sitting there not knowing what's going on, trying to cause delays with this Eight of Wands in reverse by whatever nonsensical ways, or just coming off as a desperate beggar, okay, trying to keep these old cycles going. But the fact is, it's 9 years, it's over, okay? So it's like, this is how they get crushed by the wheel. When you want to hold on to stuff and not let it naturally go, that's how you get crushed, okay? Because just understand, you do have this Ace of Cups coming your way, all right? You already have this Ten of Pentacles, okay? You already are a Nine of Cups. You are a wish come true, okay? Ace of Pentacles coming your way. Build that foundation. Ten of Cups. Ten of Pentacles all day long, brother, okay? And there's nothing anybody could do. Nobody's going to stop you, especially no Page of Swords in reverse character. Nobody's going to come towards this Queen of Swords and think we're not going to see through it. Let's be realistic, guys. Come on. Come on. So just know, whatever bullshit, matrix nonsense that's going on right now, it's getting shattered, believe me, okay? Because Six of Wands in reverse, because these Queen of Cups is not being, in reverse, is not being seen or celebrated, okay? They are not being seen as anything of the sort. They're not being seen like they thought, okay? They're being seen as an egotistical maniac with no confidence, okay? That is not being recognized at all. Very unpopular, has been discredited because whatever they said about you is nonsense, okay? And they're just being seen as an absolute, a nothing, okay? Just trust me, because they know at the end of the day, what you're being seen as is a Queen of Pentacles, okay? So that is what they never thought was going to happen. They never thought you were going to be the ideal spouse. You wouldn't be desired by all these people, this Queen of Cups in reverse. They thought you were going to come out, you were just going to be a bum, you would be walking around like, blah, 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 blah. Anybody got a couple of hours? I'm struggling like this, blah, blah. That's what they thought, and then that they were going to all be driving by, laughing at you, throwing things at you. And then eventually you would die. That's pretty much what they expected, this Queen of Cups. And then they would take your destiny and your energy, okay? And that they would be recognized, publicly recognized. But that's very unfortunate, because none of that happened, okay? Because all they're going to be seen as is a person who's trying very hard to stop cycles from completing, okay? That's all there are. And then they've made you being able to see, by trying to make you not be a Queen of Pentacles, only made you see more of a Queen of Pentacles. And who better to get a Ten of Pentacles than the Queen of Pentacles? That's what I say. Nobody deserves it more than the Queen of Pentacles. And that is a fact. Tell me why that's not a fact. Jack. Okay, because Four of Pentacles in reverse. Because let me tell you, this Queen of Cups in reverse, not only are they overly emotional and, just very much annoying, they're also very greedy and possessive, stingy. You know what I mean? They steal. They like to take from the top, okay? They think that people aren't paying attention. They've been stealing from your counterpart for a long time. This Queen of Cups in reverse, this person was recommended, okay? They were said that this person was a wish come true, this Queen of Cups in reverse. That you were a fake. You were this Queen of Cups in reverse. That you were the one who, it's Four of Pentacles in reverse. You're the one who's greedy, that only wants this your counterpart for their money. That you're the one who's possessive, that wants to control them and this and that, which was never, ever like that at all. But just understand that this Queen of Cups in reverse now is being seen exactly as that, okay? Because whatever they projected onto you is coming right back to them, because only people see with you is a Knight of Cups. All they see is a romantic, charming, knight in shining armor. When they see you, they only see a nice, trusting, and safe environment, okay? And that's what a Knight of Cups is, okay, brother? So just know that is what we have going here to offer. Not this slime ball Queen of Cups in reverse stuff, whatever, trying to seduce people thing. That doesn't work no more. Maybe that could have worked in the past. It's not difficult to, when somebody, to get them when they're in a horny state of mind. Like, okay, yeah, most people are you could get them in that way. But this person took it to the next level. Like, they really were like trying to keep your counterpart indulgent to this stuff. Like, oh, bring him in the sex parties and stuff. All right, cool, whatever. I'm not going to say don't do stuff, but I mean, I know they weren't comfortable with it, but this is what they said was the right one, the right choice. Okay, but this person, this Queen of Cups in reverse, is clearly showing they have zero strength. Okay, because the only one who showed any strength in this situation was you. And everybody saw it. Okay, what was supposed to destroy you, everybody was supposed to watch you be destroyed and laugh, but instead everybody watched you get back up and be the best version of yourself. So now nobody can say a damn thing, not one thing, but they'll still try. This Queen of Cups reverse, they'll still try. This weak-minded Queen of Cups, they'll still try, but it only makes it that much better. It only gets you to this Ten of Pentacles quicker, okay? Because people are going to see right through that Page of Swords in reverse, that deception that this Queen of Cups in reverse is, trying to deliver here, and all that's going to bring for them is a Six of Wands in reverse, okay? And then bring a Five of Cups in reverse. People want to move on from that, okay? They accept that this is a scam. This is a whatever it was. This is what it was. This was meant to destroy divine beings. We caught them. Two counterparts caught demons trying to do it for the first time ever, okay? That's what it is. We caught you. Now they're desperate not to, because they know once we caught them, then we catch everybody now, okay? And that is why these demons, they had such control over everything, okay? But now they're ready to the Five of Pentacles, okay? This is where they're going to go. Where they wanted you to stay all them years, this is where they're going to go, because you have the Ten of Pentacles here, okay? The wheel is turned, okay? Karma's here, so you can't get mad at anybody, because we didn't do anything. We didn't even respond back to you. We're just telling you what's going to happen, because we're just new. We know the laws of the universe. We follow the laws of the universe, okay? We follow the spiritual laws, okay? Perhaps maybe, we're not always the best at the three-dimensional laws. We made a couple mistakes, but when it comes to the 5D, we are very much a judge, okay? A spiritual judge of sorts. So when someone in the 3D thinks they're going to judge us, it's going to be unfortunate. It's going to be very unfortunate for you, okay? And most likely you're going to be headed to the Five of Pentacles for that, poor judgment. That's what happens. You should be a better judge of character, okay? Because all that brought to you now is a Four of Wands in reverse. This is not a happy home, okay? There is plenty of inner, dissension. There's conflict with others, a lack of support, breakdown in communication. There's home conflict. This Queen of Cups is really, they're coming off erratic, okay? Almost to the point where, cops will have to be called. This is person perhaps maybe crying, begging, repeatedly texting, doing all types of stuff. Perhaps, I don't know, doing a lot of weird magic on you, trying everything perhaps to, Two of Wands to, make progress here, just trying to they don't want this King of Cups in reverse to leave home. They want to keep them stuck. They want to keep your counterpart stuck. But the fact is that you can only keep them stuck for long enough, okay? Because they are still a divine being, okay? Once they wake up and see what it is, then they're able to make the correct decision, okay? That is what happens. When you spiritually awaken, you make the right decisions. You don't go back. You don't fall back asleep, okay? Unless you're insane. I don't know. And I've never seen that happen. Realistically, a real person who actually has realistically, genuinely, spiritually awoken. Anybody can say what they want, but the fact is that I know who is who, okay? And that is what it is. And because me knowing who is who, that brings Three of Swords, heartbreak to these demons, okay? Because many of these people have been hiding their true nature for many years. Like I said, God has had enough, okay? He's had enough of these demons pretending to be these, God-worshiping people and then go behind the scenes and do all this devil stuff, okay? Them days are over, okay? Because it wasn't fair to any of us, that were doing all the right thing. God knows clearly that we're empathetic, we feel love, we want to do the right thing, we want to help people, okay? And we're always going to be manipulated by these demons because they don't feel anything, okay? So how much longer were we going to stand for this? How much longer? It does that. Everything has the end. Nothing lasts forever, demons, okay? So they may have won the war at the beginning, okay? They may have won that last millennial war, but this one is over for them, okay? And that is why God and his angels and healers are in charge of this millennial war, okay? We have won very, very clearly, okay? And why? Because the King of Pentacles, they know all about this, okay? Because we also had a King of Pentacles working with us. You just thought it was us by ourselves? No. We have plenty of help here, okay? Plenty of help. Most of it spiritually, but just know That's all we needed. Okay, but because you people apparently you didn't see that far. You didn't believe in that kind of stuff. You said nah, there's no way they don't have no powers. Clearly, our birth chart says that that's what we do. Okay, with a 5 planet stellium in the 8th house. I mean, clearly that's what that means. So, but they try to say that they know better. They know they deserve it. They're the Phillies, Karen. They deserve everything. You don't deserve anything. Okay, so they figure, well, let's create all these illusions, Moon. We'll get everybody to go against them. We'll say they're this, that, and the other thing. Once everybody turns, we'll project everything onto them, and then we'll take you from them. Okay, they'll never see through it. Okay, they'll never shatter these illusions. But little did they know, Three of Pentacles, you had a lot of collaboration and teamwork here. Okay, to shatter these illusions, because people know who you are. Okay, you can't keep somebody who's you. The only way that this would have worked is if you stayed down and did not get back up. Like I said. They watched you all. They did everything they could, all watching, laughing. They were laughing at the beginning when you were down, but once you got back up, the laughter completely stopped. People started running. Okay, became terrified. Is what I hear. All you did was get back up, and the reason why it terrified them is because they never seen anybody take something like this, ever go through something like this, and come back and still be the same person, if not better. People have never seen this before. Especially from an earth angel. So that shows you just how strong. That's protecting. And then they also see that they can't do nothing to you either. And they know that they can't do anything to you. They know that you know that. Okay, they know you have nothing to fear. So you having nothing to fear, knowing that you could do anything, shows these people that it doesn't matter. There's nothing they can't do anything. Trust me when I tell you, Knight of Cups reversed, because whatever disappointment, overactive imagination, whatever they think they can do with you, they're not, because all they're going to be seen as is a moody disappointment, brother, because they are not making friends over here. Whatever Hierophant that might have supported this person in the past, no longer does, okay? They see that you are the one, okay? They've been watching you. You have private investigators. You have regular investigators. All types of people. They know what you are. They know what your energy is. They just waiting for you to figure it out, because once you figured it out, then nobody could do nothing to you now. What can they do? I'm not saying you could go out there and just start fighting with people, but I'm saying you could go walk wherever you want without fear of anybody can never put your hands on you, can never come near you, can never do anything. It's the truth. It's the truth. So, and if you don't think so, come try us. Right, God? Tell them. I mean, we don't ask for trouble, but if you don't believe, if you want us to make a believer out of you, come find us. We're not hard to find. We're willing, able, okay, brother? Because listen, 9 of Wands in reverse, all you're doing is getting yourself over paranoid. You're going to become overwhelmed when you continue to come up against us. You're already 6 of Wands in reverse, being recognized as a real sick people here with these illusions that you created. Okay, people are seeing you as a very weak-minded Queen of Cups, okay? That is coming off heartbroken. So just be aware that, and you're coming off as a paranoid, weak-minded Queen of Cups, okay, who thought that they were going to, put that upon you. They thought that you were going to be the one who was going to, come off like that. But no. All you got out of this is the 10 of Pentacles while being in the Fool energy, and that's the way you're going to stay, because this Fool is getting the 10 of Pentacles, okay? Because this is the universal energy, brother, and we stayed in it. We could have got bitter, but we never let ourselves get bitter. We never let you take your innocence, this Fool says. So just know that is why new beginnings are here, and that is a 10 of Pentacles built on a 10 of Cups, okay? So just understand what you're dealing with now, okay? I don't think you do yet, but eventually you will. Once it gets a little more serious, things got to get a little more serious for you. But let me astrologically talk to you before I go. Okay? Okay, brother? All right, so just know they tried to trick us, okay? They tried to make you think that this Taurus was against you. Now, this Taurus is not against you, all right? They're not against you. Your counterpart is not against you. Okay, that's this Queen of Cups reverse projecting onto you, trying to make you think something that isn't true, okay? Now, this person may get in trouble for whatever happened there, but just know this person is just going with the flow, and they will be there to make things right. Trust me when I tell you. Because why? It's because Venus Williams told us about this. Venus Williams said that Taurus is all right with us. Trust me when I tell you. We are actually part of their. We run their sector. Okay, we're the second house. Okay, we run this Venus, this Taurus. Okay, that's what Venus Williams says. So they said we trust them. Is what the Venus told us about Taurus. So fine. All right. Plus we got a lot of Libra in our chart. So that's Venus too. So just understand. Venus Williams said so, and when the Venus Williams says something, you listen. Okay, she's very, very, very wise. Let me tell you something, brother, especially when it comes to love. Okay, because they said, whatever Scorpio tried to replace you, this was Venus Williams said, whatever Scorpio tried to replace you and come try to, take this Taurus from you, this person's being seen as a Queen of Cups in reverse, okay? They said this person's really lacking strength. All right, they're coming off very paranoid, okay? People are walking away from this Scorpio. Okay, they said that they wanted to be the king of the water signs, but obviously they had no idea who they were dealing with, okay? So just thank this Scorpio for, putting you on display and making you be seen as the king of the cardinal signs, brother, also in addition to the water signs. So just know, because why? Because whatever illusions were created about you was shattered because you are the Cancer, and the moon runs Cancer, brother, okay? It's ruled by the moon. So ain't no Scorpio gonna say nothing. Plus, we have Pluto in their house. Plus, we took the 8th house from them anyway, Scorpio. Get out of here. Told you, we kicked you out. Stop coming back here. Now, you're not welcome in the 8th house no more. You gotta go. Okay? Because remember, we have a 4-planet stellium in Libra. Okay? You must understand that, all right? And just understand, Venus Williams also said, by having that 4-planet stellium in Libra, means you have a really good, strong love cycle going there because of all that Venus. Okay? It's a lot of Venus. Because Venus and Taurus are both ruled by Venus, okay? And Venus Williams said that is what it's all about sometimes. Sometimes you got to go with what rules your house. That's what they said. Okay, they said, even though you are the king of the water signs, sometimes you have to listen to us because we know a lot about the air and the earth, okay? You might know a lot more about air, but we know about the earth, the Taurus says, okay? So you just have to sometimes you have to listen. You got to follow advice sometimes. Not everybody's out to hurt you. Not everybody's out to get you. So Venus Williams says, they tell me this. They say, not everybody's out to get you. Okay, well, you got friends. You got me. I said, you're right, Venus, you're right. Sometimes it's hard, I said, sometimes. But trust me, they believe you. They listened, okay? Because they said, sometimes, you might trust a Capricorn, but then sometimes you might not. But just know you do have one Capricorn that you like, but the rest of them are no good because you want to leave this area because they're all your south node. These people are all against you. They're your ops, okay? This is what Venus Williams said. So just know that you don't want no Capricorn because Taurus is what you need, okay? That's what Venus Williams said. Okay, they said, that's the earth sign you need, okay? When you build this new earth. Not this Capricorn. They'll trick you. They're tricksters, okay? So remember, they may trick you, who knows? But the one is good, though. But they may be a little too old for us, who knows? So just get your shit together, Taurus, please, and thank you. Okay? Because you are the one, brother, who brings the fun, because you are the sun, okay? And that's what Venus Williams also said. So just remember that this Taurus is going to be getting through all this because Venus Williams says so, because you have this 4-planet stellium in Libra, which means you know all about Venus, and whatever Capricorn tried to corrupt this Taurus and, tell them one thing, direct them towards this, this Scorpio character, this Queen of Cups in reverse, just know this Capricorn matriarch is being seen as a very, 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 very devious, demonic opposition of choice, okay? Because listen, this Capricorn, this is your biggest op, okay? This person, they really thought they had you finished. But guess what, Capricorn? You can never beat the Cancer because we are the cardinal sign champion. And that's exactly what you were coming for. And now you supporting the Scorpio means you have nothing. Nothing. You're lucky we don't come take that 10th house from you, too. We don't care enough about that house. We don't like it. Okay? We like the 8th house better. So just know Pluto is here, too, because of that 8th house. And that's why the transformations are here. Okay? And that's why Scorpio and Capricorn, they're done. They got to go. They got to go. Nobody wants them around no more. Okay? So Venus Williams told me. So what are you trying to say? She's a liar? Because she's not. Just understand that, brother. Whoa. Let's see what we got here. All right, so it's telling me to tell you to listen. Sometimes you don't want to listen, okay? Because you're being asked to listen to your inner voice. It's being guiding you to do something or say something. It's been guiding you to do something or say something. I mean, what else do you want us to do? What else do you want us to say? How much can we say and do here? Okay, and it's time to act, and it's wisdom. When it's wisdom, it's time to act when it's wisdom. It says, all right, I don't know. We'll see. We'll look into this. I don't think I'm too crazy about this, but it's telling us, no, jump in. It says you're being asked to take a chance and give whatever you're questioning a try. Okay, the stars will never align in just the right way. Sometimes you have to take that leap anyway. This is that time. It is time for you to take that leap now. Okay, so you must understand that, brother. So see you later.